I've had so many people leave Geeks and Gamers that not great relationships towards the end in terms of privately. I don't make these things known publicly because I don't think
I do. Jeremy was so annoying to collaborate with. It's so fucking annoying. Jeremy is such a prima donna. Like, he got really upset with me because he found out this was when I was first working in comic, or when we first met. Jeremy gave my channel a shout out. He said, "This guy's sarcasm is next level." I said, "Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that, Geeks and Gamers." He liked my Rose Tico videos. So I'm in Florida doing a series of signings. Like, I'm doing a bunch of signings, a bunch of comic book stores. I was still working for DC then, you know. And he goes, "Hey, man, you're in town. We got to meet up." And I said, "Jeremy, I'm really, like, I've been working all day. I want to go back to my hotel room. And I want to crash. I want to sleep. And then tomorrow I got to get up and do more signings." And Jeremy got really upset with me. And he's just like, "Oh, you know, listen, I figured that." So I was like, "Okay, listen, you know, I was staying in a hotel that was by a mall, and across the street from the mall was a Toys R Us. And so I said, let's do a stream together. I'll meet you at Toys R Us. We'll buy a bunch of shit. We'll have a good time. I'll meet you. It'd be nice to meet you." So I met him there, and we had this great stream where we bought all the Rose Ticos, shopping cart full of Rose Ticos, and stuck them on all the car windshields and everything. It was nice. And I felt like, you know what it was for me? Like, I felt like I did what I was supposed to do. Like, I did good business here. I met this guy who's a YouTuber. He wanted to meet me and everything and do a quick collaboration. It worked out nicely. What I didn't know was Jeremy bore that grudge. From what I understand. I didn't know this. Somebody who's a mutual friend of ours, like, kind of let me know that Jeremy thought I was big timing him by not meeting him while I was in Florida for business. You know, I did eventually meet him, but I was supposed to just be like, yeah, like, let's go, man. Jeremy thought like I had an attitude problem for that. And he thought that the entire time we worked together. It explains a lot of his behavior towards me. You know, he'd say, you know, I'd show up late, or I couldn't do an episode of the High Council or something. I have a family, you know, I have an autistic daughter. I have things that prevent me, and work, you know, I got to do comics. I have a lot of things that prevent me from being, you know, like, on time and persistent with my YouTube. I just do. YouTube is like a distant, like, fifth priority in my life. Jeremy told me one time, he goes, "You know, you're like a dog, and I got to hit you in the nose with a newspaper to get you to behave." And I said, "Pardon me, fucker, you're a YouTuber. You know, you don't talk to me that way." This was in private. This is why the High Council broke up. And he's just like, "You got a big ego," and all this stuff. I was like, dude, he's like, "I need my guys to be here on time all the time," and all this stuff. And it was weird. Anyway, that's why the High Council broke up. But I was told, like, Jeremy, like, always thought, like, he was angry with me because he's like, "You think I'm better? Like, you think you're better than me because you didn't show up at Toys R Us?" And it's like, I mean, I do. Yeah, but I mean, not because of that. Like, I thought it was very friendly. But nobody taps E on the nose. Yeah, that's basically what it was. So, you know, this guy, like, he'd show up on the live streams. All he ever wanted to talk about was his sub count. You know, whatever me and Jeff Hicks were talking about, like, Jeremy would interject, like, fake laughter and then just talk about, like, how it relates to, like, his enormous sub count and stuff like this. Inferiority complex. And it was kind of frustrating, but yeah. Or it wasn't frustrating. It was just kind of like, nah, you're not adding much to the show. Very rare that Jeremy adds anything to the show.